How's it going, everybody? The PlayStation Ready Set Play sale is running from now until August 26th, and there's a ton of absolute bangers on sale for up to 90% off. Every day I put together lists of the top games you can get at a deep discount, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. If any physical editions exist, you can find them down in the description, but with that out of the way, that's enough yapping from me, so let's get straight into it. For $6, 85% off, Mafia Definitive Edition is a cinematic open-world action-adventure following cab driver Tommy Angelo as he's drawn into the ruthless Italian mafia in 1930s Lost Heaven. Undertake daring heists, carry out high-stakes missions for Don Salieri, navigate treacherous allies and deadly enemies, and uncover the dark story of organized crime, completely remade with stunning visuals, enhanced mechanics, and expanded storylines. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $8, 60% off, Walltown Wonders is a cozy VR life sim where you build a charming miniature town from the ground up on the surface of a wall, guiding quirky characters through delightful quests and customizing every last detail of your growing community at a relaxed pace. Explore, decorate, and fall completely in love with the town you create in this delightful and intimate life simulation experience. It's a 71 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $6, 60% off, Don't Starve Together is a challenging multiplayer survival game where you gather resources, craft gear, and fight strange creatures while enduring a harsh, unpredictable world full of danger, mystery, and ever-changing seasonal threats. Explore massive procedurally generated biomes, battle towering seasonal giants, and build bases that evolve in a fortified hub shaped by your team's creativity and chaotic emergent moments. It's a 78 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 80 hours to platinum. For $8, 60% off, Angerfoot is a lightning-fast, bass-thumping, over-the-top action shooter about kicking down doors, smashing through walls, and tearing through the chaotic streets of a crime-ridden city filled with relentless enemies. You kick, shoot, and smash your way through waves of gangsters while unlocking wild sneakers, powerful weapons, and ridiculous upgrades that reshape how you clear each frantic, high-speed level. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $9, 55% off, Gorn 2 is a hilariously over-the-top VR gladiator simulator where players wield massive weapons, avoid deadly traps, and gain supernatural strength to battle the 5 sons of the god of the afterlife. Master physics-driven combat, vanquish monstrous bosses and otherworldly enemies, and unleash brutal, creative attacks using over 35 weapons, traps, and customizable arenas. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $7, 90% off, the Shadow Bundle is an epic action-adventure collection featuring both Middle-earth games, Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year Edition and Shadow of War Definitive Edition. Players conquer fortresses, build their personal orc armies, explore open-world Mordor, and experience story expansions, nemesis updates, and new playable characters across massive battles and rich narrative campaigns. It's an 84 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 65 hours to get both platinums. For $8, 80% off, Catherine Full Body is a captivating puzzle adventure where you follow Vincent, a man torn between his long-term girlfriend, Catherine, the alluring Catherine, and the innocent Rin, as he navigates love, temptation, and personal turmoil. What begins as a provocative, relationship-driven story evolves into intense, nightmarish climbing challenges that test your wits, reflexes, and decision-making under pressure. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 75 hours to platinum. For $9, 55% off, Tentacular is a charming, physics-based puzzle adventure where you inhabit the giant body of a tentacle monster raised by the quirky townsfolk of La Calma, a remote island full of inventive challenges. With over 60 mind-bending puzzles, playful construction tools, and the free Island Builder expansion to create your own settlements, it blends humor and VR gameplay into a heartwarming journey. It's an 80 on OpenCritic, and I'm not sure about trophy difficulty or time to platinum as it's such a small sample size. For $9, 70% off, Cygni, All Guns Blazing drops you into the remains of a lost civilization on the planet Cygni, defending against a surprise attack from a powerful biomechanical alien race. Route power between weapons or shield systems, battle unrelenting waves of ground and aerial enemies, upgrade your ship with new tech picked up along the way, and take down colossal alien bosses as one of the last pilots on the fleet's final carrier. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $10, 50% off. Stasis Bone Totem follows Mac and Charlie, a husband and wife duo who scour the ocean for salvage before uncovering a horrific secret aboard an abandoned oil rig in the Pacific Ocean. Combine items, swap between Mac, Charlie, and their trusty super toy Moses, and navigate a massive underwater base solving intricate isometric point-and-click puzzles to uncover the ancient secret buried beneath the waves. It's a 79 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 20 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $8, 20% off. Angry Video Game Nerd 1 and 2 Deluxe is a retro-inspired action platformer, casting you as the nerd battling classic gaming enemies and over-the-top bosses in a pixel-perfect, nostalgia-filled world. What begins as a wild throwback adventure evolves into a full-blown comedic quest with a new third chapter and a wacky overarching plot connecting all 3 episodes, backed by updated controls, stylized pixel art, and an energetic soundtrack. It's a 74 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $6, 80% off, Just Cause 3 XXL Edition is an open-world action-adventure where you play as Rico Rodriguez, wreaking havoc across the Mediterranean island of Medici with explosive weapons, vehicles, and daring stunts. Complete story missions, tackle extra challenges from the Air, Land, and Sea expansion pass, and unleash chaos with weaponized vehicles, the Reaper missile mech, and over-the-top gadgets in a sandbox playground of destruction. It's a 75 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 100 hours to platinum. For $6, 60% off, Trigger Witch combines 16-bit action-adventure nostalgia with twin-stick shooter chaos in a world where magic's been replaced by guns and grit, filled with dangerous enemies and challenging boss encounters. You play as a young witch in training whose life is upended when a mysterious man invades her realm, sparking a bloody journey to restore balance using an ever-expanding arsenal of powerful and upgradable firearms. It's a 72 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $8, 70% off. Children of Morta Complete Edition is a story-driven action RPG with roguelike progression, following the Bergson family as they battle a spreading corruption through procedurally generated dungeons, all framed by emotional narration. The Complete Edition adds Family Trials mode, New Game Plus, extra characters, plus DLC features and quality of life improvements, with local co-op enhancing replayability and teamwork. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 20 hours to platinum. For $9, 90% off, Sniper Elite 4 Deluxe Edition is a tactical third-person shooter set in World War II, featuring long-range sniping and expansive combat across Italy. Move through sun-drenched villages, dense forests, and fortified Nazi strongholds while coordinating with the Italian resistance, using stealth, explosives, and precision shooting to execute takedowns, complete objectives, and uncover intel that reveals deeper threats throughout the campaign. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. For $5, 65% off, For Your Eyes is an emotional, blink-controlled narrative adventure where your real-life eye movements literally shape the story as you relive cherished memories, painful moments, and the defining events of a life already ended. You'll experience a heartfelt blend of family warmth, youthful creativity, and bittersweet discovery as the ferryman guides you through scenes that shift, transform, and unravel based on every blink you make. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 1 out of 10, and about 5 hours to platinum. For $7, 72% off, The Last Stand Aftermath is a standalone roguelite action-adventure from Con Artist Games, where you explore post-apocalyptic ruins, scavenge resources, and craft weapons to survive a zombie-infested world. Choose a survivor, gather fuel and supplies to reach new areas, and manage the threat of undead hordes and the virus consuming your character, then restart as a new survivor with perks carried over from previous runs when you die. It's a 78 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 45 hours to platinum. For $10, 50% off, Dandy Ace is a fast-paced, over-the-top roguelike, following a fabulous magician trapped in a cursed mirror as he battles a shifting palace to defeat the green-eyed illusionist. Combine magical cards in over 1,000 unique ways with distinct powers and playstyles, face bizarre enemies and outrageous bosses, and collect shards, gold, and help from quirky allies as you master intense 2D isometric combat and experiment with endless builds. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 6 out of 10, and about 25 hours to platinum. For $6, 60% off, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon Classic Edition is a retro-futuristic action shooter where players take on the role of a cyber commando on a mission to stop a dystopian nuclear threat. Explore a neon-soaked open-world island, battle enemies, and complete story-driven missions while encountering over-the-top villains, bizarre technology, and hidden collectibles scattered throughout the chaotic terrain. It's an 83 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 2 out of 10, and about 10 hours to 100%, no platinum for this one. For $10, 50% off, Moss Book 2 is a charming action-adventure where Quill is hunted by those seeking the powerful glass she protects, guiding her to save the beautifully crafted world of Moss from a dark and relentless threat. You'll explore the hexed castle of the Arcane, overcoming dangerous terrain and battling enemies twisted in fire and steel, all while forming bonds with new allies, reconnecting with old friends, and uncovering hidden secrets. It's an 85 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 4 out of 10, and about 15 hours to platinum. For $6, 77% off, the Entropy Centre is a clever first-person puzzle adventure where you manipulate time itself to rewind objects and unravel the mystery of a collapsing space station orbiting a dying Earth. You'll tackle increasingly complex rooms as you reverse platforms, restore destroyed structures, and chain together precise solutions, while your chatty, time-bending AI companion Astra offers guidance, humor, and crucial narrative clues. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 10 hours to platinum. For $6, 40% off, Among Us 3D VR brings the definitive social deduction party game into full 3D virtual reality, gathering a crew of 4 to 10 players for tasks, sabotages, and betrayal. Complete tasks or eject the imposter as crewmate, sneak through vents and frame the innocent as imposter, catch and infect crewmates in tag mode, and customize your bean with endless color, hat, and glove combinations across 3 immersive first-person maps. It's an 81 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 3 out of 10, and about 40 hours to platinum. For $10, 75% off, Judgment is a gritty action detective thriller from the creators of the Yakuza series that follows disgraced lawyer-turned-private eye Takayuki Yagami as he hunts a serial killer through Kamurocho's neon-soaked streets. Investigate crime scenes, tail suspects, and gather evidence in a tense story that explores corruption, redemption, and the blurred line between truth and justice, all while uncovering the city's darkest secrets. It's an 83 on OpenCritic, trophy difficulty around 7 out of 10, and about 120 hours to platinum. For $10, 75% off, Outlast Trinity is a first-person survival horror bundle that includes Outlast, Whistleblower, and Outlast 2, delivering 3 terrifying stories of investigative journalists confronting unspeakable horrors. Sneak through Mount Massive Asylum as Miles Upshur, uncover Murkoff's secrets as Wayland Park, and survive the cult-ridden Arizona desert as Blake Langerman using only a night vision camcorder. It's a 76 average on OpenCritic, average trophy difficulty around 8 out of 10, and about 35 hours to finish both games. For $6, 70% off, Star Ocean First Departure R is a classic JRPG where you join Roddick and his friends as they set out from the peaceful town of Kratos to save a neighboring village struck by a mysterious petrifying disease. You'll explore vibrant planets, engage in real-time combat, and uncover a sprawling sci-fi story filled with unexpected twists, ancient powers, and interstellar intrigue, all while managing party growth and strategic combat. It's a 76 on game rankings, trophy difficulty around 5 out of 10, and about 50 hours to platinum. Alright, that's it for today's list, everybody. If you've played any of these already, drop your thoughts in the comments. Your insights help others find great games too, it's not just mine. As always, I want to thank all my channel members for their generous support, but to all you out there who watch, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff as well, thank you. You're the reason I'm still having fun making all these videos every day, and I'm genuinely grateful for each and every one of you out there. If you can spare $1 a month, you get early access to all my videos, and it helps me out more than you know. But I know times are tough out there, so all I do ask is, if you enjoyed the video, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with any new sale stuff that I put out, leave a like, and comment down below if you've got any of these platinums or plan on going for any of them.